Right, so we're live here at the Hilton Hotel here in Colombo and all set for the 45 under 45 award ceremony organized by the Global CEO Forum for the year 2026. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're all set for an evening where some of the top CEOs and, of course, some of the top business leaders in Sri Lanka will be awarded, will be felicitated, and will be recognized for their commitment, for their hard work, and of course for all the commitment that they have put to their companies and to grow their companies, and at the same time to support the Sri Lankan economy as well. Now, these recipients of this prestigious award, ladies and gentlemen, we got a list of 15 esteemed panel of judges. Now, these people will definitely have put together a very esteemed list, a top tier list of some of the top business leaders in Sri Lanka, and we're all set to felicitate them today right here at the Grand Ballroom premises in Hilton Hotel Colombo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you that we got 63 recipients today who will be felicitated right there on that particular stage, and it's going to be a one evening where, of course, you will be enjoying, and at the same time, I'm sure that you will make some really good memories, and at the same time, some good networking session as well, where you can connect with some of the top business leaders in Sri Lanka. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that this evening is going to be a mesmerizing evening with some wonderful entertainment acts, and of course, at the pinnacle of today's evening will be the felicitation of our 63 top-tier business leaders in Sri Lanka. So 45 under 45, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting off the proceedings very, very soon. And you can stay tuned with our Facebook page and, of course, all our online platforms to stay in touch with what's happening right here at the Hilton Hotel Colombo at the Grand Ballroom premises for the 45 under 45 award ceremony organized by the Global CEO Forum.
Luxury could be something entirely new. Avatar by Evolution Auto. I Am 6 by Evolution Auto. Expect by Evolution Auto.
බදුල්ල දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ වැලිමඩ ප්‍රදේශයේ කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරය විසින් ආරම්භ කරන ලද බෙල් පෙපර් හරිත වගාව තුළ එක් හරිතාගාරයක් තුළ තමයි අද මම ඉන්නේ. අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වගාව ආරම්භ කළේ මේක අපනයන වෙළඳපොළ ඉලක්ක කරගෙන. මොකද විශේෂයෙන්ම ගත්තොත් මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වලට ලෝකෙ විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ ඒ වගේම මැද පෙරදිග රටවල විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වලට. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි මේක තෝරගත්තේ මේක කෙටි කාලීන භෝගයක්. මේක ඉක්මනින්ම පළදාව ගන්නට පුළුවන්. පළමු දින 45 දීම මේකේ කරල් එනවා. ඊට පස්සේ දින 5න් පස්සේ මේක පාට වෙන්න ගන්නවා. රෙඩ් සහ යෙලෝ. ඊට පස්සේ මේක අපිට මාස 3කින් පස්සේ මේක අස්වැන්න නෙලලා අපිට මේක අපනයන වෙළඳපොළට යවන්නට පුළුවන්කම ලැබෙනවා. ඒ තුළ අපිට ඉක්මනින්ම මේකේ ප්‍රතිලාභය ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි බලන්නේ මේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග තුළ ඉක්මනින්ම පළදාව අරගෙන ජනතාවට මේකේ ප්‍රතිලාභය අත්කර දෙන්නට. මිනිස්සුන්ට තියෙන ආර්ථික අපහසුතාවත් එක්ක ඉක්මනින් මුදල් ලැබෙන ක්‍රමයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවන රටාව ඉතාමත් පහසුවට ගෙනියන්නට පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපේ කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයේ ගොඩාක්ම තෝරගෙන තියෙන මේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග. ඉතින් මේවා නිෂ්පාදනයේ විශාල මිලක් ගන්නට පුළුවන්. 100-200ක වගේ ප්‍රමාණික ලාභයක් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙන් පාරිභෝගිකයන්ටත් විශාල ප්‍රතිලාභයක් ගන්නට පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මේ වගේ වගාවන් වලට ආයෝජනය කළා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ආර්ථික ශක්තිය නගා සිටව ගන්න මේක හොඳ අවස්ථාවක්. ඒ නිසා මම ආරාධනා කරනවා සියලුම දෙනාට මේ වගේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග වලට ආයෝජනය කරලා ඕගොල්ලෝ විශාල ප්‍රතිලාභයක් අත් කර ගන්නට පුළුවන්. ඒක අනිත් එක හරියටම මාසෙට දිනේට નિયમિત දිනට ඕගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රතිලාභයක් ලබා ගන්නට කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරය විසින් පුළුවන් වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වගාවට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හොඳ ආර්ථික ශක්තියක් ගොඩනගාගෙන හොඳ ජීවන රටාවක් ගෙනියන්නට පුළුවන් වෙනවා. වැඩි වැඩියෙන් අපිත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි.
In 2019, Innovos began with just 3 dreamers in a small office. Today, over 180 innovators across 10 countries, powering 3 ventures. In all these years, we've grown wildly. From IFS channel partner to tech and talent pioneers. Guided by leaders with more than 20 years of expertise, we deliver what your business craves. IFS Solutions, from implementation to optimization, we power your ERP journey end to end. Tech Solutions, from idea to execution, we build and scale digital experiences. Staff Augmentation, from scaling fast to filling key roles, we connect you with the top Sri Lankan tech talent. From manufacturing to energy, medtech, education, and construction, we fit your needs. We've launched transformative solutions. Transpomate, an AI-powered transport management system. Precision Blend revolutionizing T-auctions. 24/7 ERP support and our test automation tool. Teaming with top brands, our proof. 25+ end-to-end IFS implementations. 200+ projects. 150+ average monthly tickets crushed. 30+ energy R&D talents added to the Australia's energy ecosystem. 14+ app launches.
අපි ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ බදුල්ල දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ වැලිමඩ ප්‍රදේශයේ කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරය විසින් ආරම්භ කරන ලද බෙල් පෙපර් හරිත වගාව තුළ එක් හරිතාගාරයක් තුළ තමයි අද මම ඉන්නේ. අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වගාව ආරම්භ කළේ මේක අපනයන වෙළඳපොළ ඉලක්ක කරගෙන. මොකද විශේෂයෙන්ම ගත්තොත් මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වලට ලෝකේ විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ ඒ වගේම මැද පෙරදිග රටවල විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වලට. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි මේක තෝරගත්තේ මේක කෙටි කාලීන භෝගයක්. මේක ඉක්මනින්ම පළදාව ගන්නට පුළුවන්. පළමු දින 45 දීම මේකේ කරල් එනවා. ඊට පස්සේ දින 5න් පස්සේ මේක පාට වෙන්න ගන්නවා. රෙඩ් සහ යෙලෝ. ඊට පස්සේ මේක අපිට මාස 3කින් පස්සේ මේක අස්වැන්න නෙලලා අපිට මේක අපනයන වෙළඳපොළට යවන්නට පුළුවන්කම ලැබෙනවා. ඒ තුල අපිට ඉක්මනින්ම මේකේ ප්‍රතිලාභය ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි බලන්නේ මේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග තුල ඉක්මනින්ම පළදාව අරගෙන ජනතාවට මේකේ ප්‍රතිලාභය අත්කර දෙන්නට. මිනිස්සුන්ට තියෙන ආර්ථික අපහසුතාවත් එක්ක ඉක්මනින් මුදල් ලැබෙන ක්‍රමයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවන රටාව ඉතාමත් පහසුවට ගෙනියන්නට පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපේ කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයේ ගොඩාක්ම තෝරගෙන තියෙන මේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග. ඉතින් මේවා නිෂ්පාදනයේ විශාල මිලක් ගන්නට පුළුවන්. 100-200ක වගේ ප්‍රමාණික ලාභයක් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙන් පාරිභෝගිකයන්ටත් විශාල ප්‍රතිලාභයක් ගන්නට පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මේ වගේ වගාවන් වලට ආයෝජනය කළා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ආර්ථික ශක්තිය නගා සිටව ගන්න මේක හොඳ අවස්ථාවක්. ඒ නිසා මම ආරාධනා කරනවා සියලුම දෙනාට මේ වගේ කෙටි කාලීන භෝග වලට ආයෝජනය කරලා ඕගොල්ලෝ විශාල ප්‍රතිලාභයක් අත්කර ගන්නට පුළුවන්. ඒක අනිත් එක හරියටම මාසෙට දිනේට નિયમિત දිනට ඕගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රතිලාභයක් ලබා ගන්නට කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරය විසින් පුළුවන් වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඕගොල්ලෝ අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වෙලා මේ බෙල් පෙපර් වගාවට සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න. එතකොට ඕගොල්ලන්ට හොඳ ආර්ථික ශක්තියක් ගොඩනගාගෙන හොඳ ජීවන රටාවක් ගෙනියන්නට පුළුවන් වෙනවා. වැඩි වැඩියෙන් අපිත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි.
In 2019, Innovos began with just 3 dreamers in a small office. Today, over 180 innovators across 10 countries, powering 3 ventures. In all these years, we've grown wildly. From IFS channel partner to tech and talent pioneers. Guided by leaders with more than 20 years of expertise, we deliver what your business craves. IFS Solutions, from implementation to optimization, we power your ERP journey end-to-end. Tech Solutions, from idea to execution, we build and scale digital experiences. Staff augmentation, from scaling fast to filling key roles, we connect you with the top Sri Lankan tech talent. From manufacturing to energy, medtech, education, and construction, we fit your needs. We've launched transformative solutions. Transpomate, an AI-powered transport management system. Precision Blend revolutionizing T-auctions. 24/7 ERP support and our test automation tool. Teaming with top brands, our proof. 25+ end-to-end IFS implementations. 200+ projects. 150+ average monthly tickets crushed. 30+ energy R&D talents added to the Australia's energy ecosystem. 14 plus app launches. Our clients define who we are. From growing enterprises to established industry leaders, organizations across sectors trust us to deliver with precision and consistency. Each name represents a relationship built on performance, reliability, and shared ambition. Because to us, every client is not just a business, but a long-term partner. Behind it all, a close-knit group of innovators, flexible hybrid work, and fun trips. Fueled by integrity, agility, and innovation. We're shaping a better tomorrow, together. Ready to transform? Innovos plus you, your partner for progress. Let's build your future today.
Tonight, we celebrate greatness, but the pursuit of excellence never stops. Get ready for the next chapter, the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026, returning in May 2027. Who will be the next rising titan?
I am unstoppable.
I am relentless.
I am limitless.
I've walked through shadows and light. With every fall,
I found new strength.
Building my path brick by brick.
Through storms and calm.
I carved my own story.
a story that will be remembered forever. I see a world full of possibilities.
My heart dreams without bound.
My journey is just the beginning.
I am a dreamer.
An achiever.
A visionary.
I
am
crocodile.
It could be a romantic date or a family getaway. Shopping sprees or satisfying your late-night cravings. It could even be creating a moment to cherish. What is heartfelt to everyone may be different, but we know that every moment is essential. Ceylon Cards, the essential card for your heartfelt essentials.
Leadership and innovation, one platform brings them all together. Empowering leadership, inspiring excellence. Global CEO Magazine. Learn, lead, rise.
IM6 by Evolution Auto.
Hi Lokas and Lookies of all these corporates. Now we have a small message. Don't be a kuna. If you're a boss, don't be a kuna.
beyond expectations. They challenge limits, create opportunities, transform industries, and inspire nations. They are not waiting for the future. They are building it. Tonight, we celebrate the vision, the courage, the resilience, and the extraordinary journeys of Sri Lanka's emerging leaders. Global CEO Forum proudly presents 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025, the crowning ceremony of young business leaders. An evening dedicated to excellence, innovation, leadership, and the power of a new generation. Tonight we honor the trailblazers, the changemakers, the visionaries who are shaping the future of business and leadership. Because leadership is not defined by age, but by impact. And tonight, their moment has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025, Inspiring Excellence. CEO Forum. In every generation, a few rises beyond expectations. They challenge limits, create opportunities, transform industries, and inspire nations. They are not waiting for the future. They are building it. Tonight, we celebrate the vision, the courage, the resilience, and the extraordinary journeys of Sri Lanka's emerging leaders. Global CEO Forum proudly presents 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025, the crowning ceremony of young business leaders. An evening dedicated to excellence, innovation, leadership, and the power of a new generation. Tonight we honor the trailblazers, the changemakers, the visionaries who are shaping the future of business and leadership. Because leadership is not defined by age, but by impact. And tonight, their moment has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025, Inspiring Excellence.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to each and every one of you. So we would like to welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of you who are part of this wonderful evening here in Colombo. So distinguished chief guests, guest of honors, special invitees, esteemed members of the judging panel, the high commissioners, the ambassadors, diplomats, corporate leaders, award winners, members of the media, and the honored invitees. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a huge welcome to each and every one of you to the second edition of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, proudly presented by the Global CEO Forum and Global CEO Magazine. This prestigious national platform honors exceptional young business leaders driving transformation across industries, contributing to the growth and progress of our nation. Therefore, this evening is a celebration of the ambition, the perseverance, the leadership potential, qualities which are essential for a stronger and a more prosperous Sri Lanka.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, so the leaders that we recognize today represents more than just their professional success. They symbolize the spirit of a generation who are willing to dream bigger, who are willing to lead with responsibility and create lasting impacts in the business world here in Sri Lanka and of course beyond. So each award recipient, ladies and gentlemen, has undergone a carefully and a highly competitive evaluation process conducted by an independent judging panel comprising of some distinguished professionals in the industry. And of course, we got some excellent industry experts as well making up the judge panel for this 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards.
That is right, Oshadel. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we not only recognize excellence achieved at a young age, we also recognize the promise of future leadership that will inspire generations to come. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on this memorable occasion where we celebrate the rising titans, the leaders shaping the future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026. Can we please begin with a big round of applause?
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of that wonderful applause as we start off the proceedings of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards, now it is my honor and privilege to welcome a distinguished personal onto the stage. He's a leader who has continued to make an impact in the business world and at the same time in the society as a whole as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, the chairman of the Global CEO Forum, to officially welcome each and every one of you to the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Award Platinum Awards 2025.
Good evening. Mr. Pradeep Savtantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Dr. Anil Jasingha, Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Communication, Mass Media, and Ambassador of Turkey's Embassy, His Excellency Teget, and representative from other embassies and high commissions, distinguished guests, corporate leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pride and gratitude that I welcome you all to the second edition of the 45 Under 45 Excellence Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. When we initiated this platform, our vision was very clear. We wanted to create a national stage to recognize and encourage Sri Lanka's emerging business leaders, individuals with courage, innovation, determination, and leadership potential to shape the future of our country. This initiative was never created for monetary gain. In fact, organizing a national platform of this nature requires enormous commitment, sacrifice, and collective effort. We undertook this journey because we strongly believe that a nation can only progress when leadership excellence is recognized, encouraged, and celebrated. Too often, young leaders work silently without recognition, despite making extraordinary contributions to business, employment creation, innovation, and economic development. Through this platform, we wanted to inspire them, the young leaders, motivate them, and remind them that their efforts matter to the future of Sri Lanka, future of our country. I'm also pleased to mention that following the first edition of this award ceremony, as promised at the event, Toyota Lanka Private Limited generously came forward to offer a special one-day leadership and exposure program for the award winners. Through this valuable initiative, participants were given the opportunity to experience multinational managerial practices and gain practical insights into world-class corporate leadership standards. I'm delighted to announce that this year as well, Toyota Lanka Private Limited has graciously agreed to continue this important initiative. I would therefore like to extend my sincere appreciation to the chairman, managing director and the CEO, and the dedicated senior management team of Toyota Lanka for their generous contribution towards developing the leadership capabilities of Sri Lanka's emerging leaders to meet global standards. In addition, the Global CEO Institute will also offer, in a few months' time, will also offer various leadership development programs covering multiple disciplines to further strengthen the knowledge, strategic thinking, and leadership competencies of our award winners. Ladies and gentlemen, today This initiative has evolved beyond an award ceremony. It is gradually becoming a platform for leadership development, mentorship, inspiration, and national progress. However, I must sincerely acknowledge that we could not have reached this level without generous support and trust extended by our valued sponsors and partners. Their belief in this initiative has enabled us to build a credible and inspiring platform dedicated to leadership excellence and national development. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my wife and children for their constant encouragement, understanding, and support throughout this journey. My sincere appreciation also goes to our dedicated staff, organizing team, volunteers, stakeholders, including the hotel staff, media partners, and everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event a reality. Their commitment and hard work have been truly invaluable. On behalf of the Global CEO Forum and the Global CEO Magazine, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our sponsors, partners, members of the judging panel, participants, and everyone who contributed towards making this event a success. To all the award winners, I congratulate you warmly. May this recognition inspire you to dream bigger, lead responsibly, and continue contributing towards building a strong economy and a better future for Sri Lanka. Thank you. And at this moment, I would like to warmly welcome the Honorable Minister of Environment, Dr. Dhammika Patabandi, as our chief guest today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, Chairman of Global CEO Forum, for your warm words of welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, every single award presented on this incredible stage carries prestige, credibility, honor, and behind that credibility stands a distinguished panel entrusted with a very important responsibility. We're all aware that selecting the finest out of exceptional leaders is no easy task. Therefore, now we would like to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed panel of judges.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this panel of judges made sure that all the standards, the integrity, and the excellence prevails right across this list of recipients of awards, ladies and gentlemen, this evening. So let me read out and introduce you the esteemed panel of judges for the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. We'll be starting off with Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, who is also the chairman of the panel of judges, the director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management, Professor Atula Nyanapala, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragamu University of Sri Lanka, Professor Tissa Ravinda Pereira, Department of Management and Organization Studies, Faculty of Management and Finance, University of Colombo, Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka, Senior Lecturer, Postgraduate Institute of Management, Mr. Ken Vijay Kumar, Immediate Past President, CIPM, Dr. Surani Shamali Dyers, President, the Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Dr. Nirmali De Silva, Vice President, Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Ms. Gayani De Alvis, Chairperson of Women's Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Sri Lanka. Dr. Madhu Fernando, Chief Executive Officer, Innova Strategies. Ms. Onali Disanaka, former country head, Sri Lanka and Maldives, the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Mr. Sirimevan Senaviratna, Chief Marketing Officer, Pan Asia Banking Corporation, PLC. Ms. Chamila Piangani, Purser of University of Sri Jayawardenepura. And at last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Iranga Jayasekara, Director, Career Guidance Unit, Senior Lecturer, Department of Science for Technology and Faculty of Technology, University of Sri Jayawardenepura. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for this esteemed panel of judges who have done an exceptional job in curating this specialized list of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. Right, so now ladies and gentlemen, talking about the awards, we'll be moving straight away into our first segment to present to recognize or to felicitate our esteemed winners, the recipients or the winners of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards.
Yes, so Shudha, now ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the winners, I'd like to invite the presence of our presentation party. We'd like to request Minister of Environment, Honorable Dr. Dhammika Patabendi, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Chairman, Securities and Exchange Commission, Professor Harindra Disa Bandara, Ministry of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education, Mr. Nalaka Kalueva, Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Semi Lutfu Turgut, Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, Chair of the Jury, Director, Postgraduate Institute of Management, Mr. Kapila Jayawardena, Group Managing Director and Group CEO, LOLC Holdings PLC, Mr. Damit Pallewate, Managing Director and CEO, Hatton National Bank PLC, Mr. Dinesh Virakuri, President of the Institute of Directors, Sri Lanka, Mr. Roshant Takaria Peruma, Chairman and CEO, Voice of Asia Network, Mr. Viran Dezoiza, CEO, Evolution Auto, Mr. Enoch Pereira, President, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, Colombo, Mr. Kishore Reddy, President, Indian CEO Forum, Professor Atula Jnanapala, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragama University, Sri Lanka, Professor Narada Fernando, Chairman, People's Bank, and Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, Chairman, Global CEO Forum. I'd like to invite these dignitaries to please join us on stage to do the honor of presenting the awards to our award winners. Well, now that our presentation party is on stage, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to commence 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And as each of the names are read out, we'd like to invite all of you to give a massive, hearty round of applause because they are here after hours, months, weeks of hard work. Moving on to our very first awardee for this evening, please give it up for Mr. Sanjay Bentotage, Chief Executive Officer of Synergy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sanjay Bentotage, Chief Executive Officer of Synergy. Our first recipient of this evening, ladies and gentlemen, 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, our next recipient of this prestigious award under segment 1 will be Mr. Lakmal Shamir De Silva, Managing Director, Adapt Information Technologies Private Limited.
Congratulations to Mr. Lakmal Samira De Silva, Managing Director of Adapt Information Technologies Private Limited. And up next, we have the pleasure of inviting on stage Mr. Abdul Jamaluddin Farsha, the Chief Executive Officer at BIMT Campus. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Abdul Jamaluddin Farsha, Chief Executive Officer of BIMT Campus. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, our next recipient of the award this evening, Mr. Sanish Fernando, Chief Business Officer, General Manager, Partnership Distribution at H&B Life PLC.
Heartfelt congratulations to Mr. Sanish Fernando, Chief Business Officer and General Manager, Partnership Distribution at H&B Life PLC. Congratulations. And we move on to the next awardee, Mr. Chamindra Gamage, Managing Director, Varna Limited. Now, to accept it on behalf of Mr. Chamindra Gamage, we'd like to invite Mr. Leela Ratna Pereira, General Manager at Varna Limited.
Right, so moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award this evening would be Ms. Krishel Gunavardhana, Managing Director, Nature Efficient Electronics Lanka Private Limited.
Krishel Gunavardhana, Managing Director, Nature Efficient Electronics Lanka Private Limited. Continuing the awards segment, ladies and gentlemen, here at 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And next we invite on stage Ms. Amendra Haputantri, Chief Executive Officer, Sarasavi Bookshop Private Limited. Congratulations to Ms. Amendra Haputantri.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Amendra Haputantri, Chief Executive Officer of Sarasavi Bookshop Private Limited. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the award, Ms. Miriam Shehara Hevogi, Partner Director of Aleph Holdings.
Miss Miriam Shehara award, ladies and gentlemen, this invitation goes to Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe, Chief Executive Officer, Executive Director, St. Anthony's Group Private Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director at St. Anthony's Group Private Limited. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award this evening would be Ms. Lanka Jayasinghe, Director Operations and Administration at Homelands Group of Companies.
Congratulate Ms. Lanka Jayasinghe, Director Operations and Administration at Homelands Group of Companies. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the final award for this segment. And this goes to Mr. Janik Jayasuriya, Founder and Managing Director at Celesti. Congratulations. Of award presentations. We would like to say a big thank you to our presentation party, and we'd like to invite all of you to please take your seats in the audience. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give it up for our presentation party? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just recognized a set of exceptional young leaders. And before we go ahead, I think they deserve another massive round of applause. Can we please put our hands together for all the awardees who were recognized just now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, now before we continue with the agenda further, we thought it fitting to add a touch of rhythm, energy and vibrance to this evening of celebrations. So now we are delighted to present to you a musician who is a legend, and he has been in the industry for many decades. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage with a big round of applause, Mahesh Denipetiya Ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wonderful act is presented by Mr. Mahesh Denipitiya and Ensemble, and I think they deserve a big round of applause for that wonderful piece of art, ladies and gentlemen. Mahesh Denipitiya and Ensemble. Right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move ahead with the further proceedings of giving away and presenting the awards of this evening, it's time to listen to some insights of a distinguished personal who's here today, who's amongst you in this audience, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I would like to welcome on stage to share a few words the Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, the Minister of Environment of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Sir, it's your time to address this esteemed gathering.
Distinguished guests, corporate leaders, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to join you this evening at the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025, a remarkable platform dedicated to recognizing Sri Lanka's emerging generation of business leaders. Every nation reaches defining moment where the energy, creativity, and determination of young leaders become essential for shaping the future. Sri Lanka is currently passing through such a moment. The country requires not only economic recovery, but also a new generation of responsible leaders capable of thinking beyond short-term success and contributing towards long-term national progress. The young leaders being recognized this evening represent far more than individual achievements. They represent innovation, resilience, enterprise, and the courage of move forward despite challenges. Their journeys send a powerful message to the nation that success is possible through vision, hard work, discipline, and perseverance. As Minister of Environment, I also wish to emphasize that future business leadership must increasingly align with sustainability and national responsibility. Modern leadership is no longer measured solely by profitability. It is also measured by how organizations protect the environment, empower communities, use resources responsibly, and contribute towards building a sustainable future for coming generations. Therefore, recognizing young business leaders at this stage of their journey is extremely important. Appreciation creates encouragement. Encouragement creates confidence. And confident leaders create transformations. Platforms such as this not only honor achievements, but also inspired thousands of young Sri Lankans who aspire to become entrepreneurs, innovators, and corporate leaders in the year ahead. I congratulate all the award winners this evening. May your achievements continue to inspire others, strengthen our economy, and contribute positively towards the future of Sri Lanka. I also commend Dr. Amra Sirivardhana and the team of Global CEO Forum and Global CEO Magazine, as well as Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe and all the other distinguished professionals on the judging panel for organizing this prestigious national initiative to celebrate leadership excellence among Sri Lankan young business communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, Minister of Environment, Sri Lanka, for your well wishes as well as for sharing your valuable perspectives with all of us here. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to continue with the celebrations, the recognitions of the exceptional young business leaders here in Sri Lanka. Therefore, without further ado, now we would like to invite the presentation party on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite the presentation party for our second segment of awards. Starting off with Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, the Minister of Environment of Sri Lanka, Mr. Pradeep Sapatantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Professor Harindra Disa Bandara, Chairman, Securities and Exchange Commission Sri Lanka, Mr. Nalaka Kaluava, Ministry of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education, His Excellency Mr. Semi Lutfu Turgut, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Masood Imad, High Commissioner of Maldives, Mr. Kapil Jayawardena, Group Managing Director, Group CEO, LOLC Holdings PLC, Mr. Damita Pallavatta, Managing Director, CEO, Hatton National Bank PLC, Mr. Premalal Brahmanage, Group Chairman of Prime Group, Mr. Sadun Hapagoda, President of the American Chamber of Commerce in Sri Lanka, Mr. Felix Fernando, Chief Executive Officer, Managing Director at Omega Line Limited, Mr. Ravi Jayawardena, Group Chief Executive Officer of Maliban Biscuits Manufacturers Private Limited, Mr. Chandana Amaradasa, President of Sri Lanka, Australia, New Zealand Business Council, Mr. Asiri Abhayratna, Assistant General Manager, Ceylon Bank, Ms. Minoli Wickramasinghe, Managing Director, Capital Trust Holdings, Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka, Senior Faculty Lecturer at Postgraduate Institute of Management, Mr. Ken Vijayakumar, Immediate Past President of CIPM, Admiral Jayanta Pereira, former Commander, Sri Lanka Navy, and Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, the Chairman of the Global CEO Forum. Let me please invite you gentlemen onto the stage to present the awards for the segment 2.
Joined by our presentation party. The very first award in this segment goes to Mr. Mohammed Hifnaz Jifri, Group Chief Executive Officer, Maldives Holiday Collections. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mohammed Hifnaz Jifri, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Maldives Holiday Collections. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the next award in this evening is Ms. Gayatri Karunanayaka, of Director, Chief Executive Officer of Consult Zone Private Limited.
Welcome on stage Ms. Onela Virampi Karunanayaka, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director, Global Transportation and Logistics Private Limited.
gentlemen, Ms. Onela Viranti Karunanayaka, the Chief Executive Officer and the Executive Director of Global Transportation and Logistics Private Limited. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of this prestigious award, Miss Heshani Kaumudi, Chief Executive Officer in Talent Asia Private Limited.
Congratulations goes to Miss Heshani Kaumudi, Chief Executive Officer in Talent Asia Private Limited. And up next, we are delighted to welcome on stage Mr. Ashan Sajeev Kumar, Group Chairperson, Wire Communication Consultancy Holdings Private Limited. Congratulations to Mr. Ashan Sajeev Kumar.
Ashan Sajeev Kumar, ladies and gentlemen, the Group Chairperson of Wire Communication Consultancy Holdings Private Limited. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to Mr. Reshan Lianage, Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer at Regal Resort Hotel and Spa.
Congratulations to Mr. Reshan Lianage. And as we move on, we'd like to invite on stage Mr. Randiva Malalaturiya, Chief Executive Officer and Director at CBL Natural Foods Cluster. Now, to accept this award on behalf of him, we'd like to invite Mr. Sithak, General Manager Finance at CBL Natural Food Cluster.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Randiva Malalaturiya, Chief Executive Officer, Director, CBL Natural Foods Cluster. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to Ms. Hansika Nanayakara, Co-Founder and Chief Executive Officer at Gentech Health LLC and Gentech Health Private Limited.
Heartfelt congratulations goes to Ms. Hansika Nanayakara. And next, we'd like to invite Mr. Rajiv Pandithage, Executive Director, Diesel and Motor Engineering PLC.
ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rajiv Panditake, Executive Director of Diesel and Motor Engineering, PLC. And our final recipient of the award under this segment, ladies and gentlemen, can we please have on stage Mr. Dilupa Kumara Pathirana, Chief Executive Officer, Director, Barista Coffee Lanka Private Limited.
Congratulations to Mr. Dilupa Kumara Pathirana, CEO and Director at Barista Coffee Lanka Private Limited. With that, we come to the end of this award segment. We'd like to say a big thank you to our presentation party, and we'd like to invite all of you to please take your seats in the audience. Thank you very much.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, next up, we're going to invite another special person to deliver and to share his thoughts with each and every one of you this evening. Now, as we mentioned at the start, ladies and gentlemen, it's no easy task to pick the best out of a list of such caliber, where we've seen quite a lot of CEOs and of course the business leaders who are under 45 being categorized, and of course the panel of judges, the esteemed panel of judges. I'm sure it would have been a hectic work. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's this one person who played a pivotal role in making sure that the standards, the integrity, and the excellence of these recipients is ensured and at the same time are maintained at the highest level. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, Director, Postgraduate Institute of Management, and also the Chairman of the panel of judges.
Aibowan, good evening. Honorable Minister, Your Excellencies, ambassadors to Sri Lanka, secretaries to ministries, distinguished guests, honored guests who have been invited today, corporate leaders, very especially the award winners today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to address you this evening at the second edition of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026. Serving as chairman of the judging panel for this prestigious national platform has been both a privilege and a deeply rewarding experience. Over the past weeks, our panel carefully evaluated an exceptional group of young leaders representing diverse industries and professions across Sri Lanka. The selection process was rigorous, thoughtful, and highly competitive. We did not merely look at titles, positions, or financial success. We examined leadership qualities, innovation, professional excellence, especially integrity, resilience, contribution to the industry, and the potential to create long-term value and impact to the society and to our country. What impressed us most was the extraordinary talent, vision, and determination demonstrated by Sri Lanka's emerging generation of leaders. Despite many economic uncertainties, global challenges, these young leaders and professionals, especially the entrepreneurs, have shown remarkable courage, adaptability, and commitment to progress. Tonight's award winners are not simply successful individuals of today, they are leaders who will help shape the future of Sri Lanka. Many among them have the potential to become future chairpersons, chairmen, CEOs, industry pioneers, global brand builders, policymakers, and transformational business leaders who will contribute significantly to the national development. These awards therefore represent more than recognition. They represent confidence in the future leadership and capacity of our nation. So to all the winners, on behalf of the panel of judges, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. This achievement should not be seen as a destination. It is the beginning of a long and a great journey of responsibility, influence, and service to our country. True leadership is ultimately measured not by personal success, but by positive impact you create to the lives of others, not only in Sri Lanka, but also in the world at large. So I also wish to commend Dr. Anura Siriwardana, his team, the Global CEO Forum, the Global CEO Magazine for their tireless efforts in creating a credible and an inspiring platform that celebrates emerging leadership excellence in Sri Lanka. May this initiative continue to inspire a new generation of visionary leaders, ethical leaders, most importantly, for our nation. But ladies and gentlemen, today is your day, your night. Enjoy the evening and really treasure this moment. Congratulations and all the best. Thank you very much.
The Global CEO Forum 2025. This is the very good opportunity for the young business people, especially to develop their business and encourage to their better life. Kasagal also doing the same thing. We are need to help the people and encourage them to develop their economic. So I think we need to work together to make the better society for the Sri Lanka to develop the country. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you all of the members who organized this award ceremony. I think this is the very good opportunity for the young business people.
What if luxury isn't just about extravagance? What if it's about freedom, boundless possibilities, and breaking away from the ordinary? What if luxury could be something entirely new?
Avatar by Evolution Auto.
අද ලෝකයේ නිෂ්පාදනය කරන වඩා මිලාදික එනර්ජි ටැබ්ලට් එක නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්නට මේ මුරුංගා පවුඩර් එක අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. බ්ලැක් පෙපර් වලට ලෝකයේ විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා, විශේෂයෙන්ම යුරෝපා රටවල. අපි මේ ගම්බිරිස් ව්‍යාපෘතිය විශාල වශයෙන් ව්‍යාප්ත කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මීට අමතරව අපේ බෙල් පෙපර් වගාව, නයිමිරිස් වගාව, කුරුඳු මේ වගේ සුළු අපනයන භෝග අපි විශාල වශයෙන් වගා කළා. මේ රටේ ජාතික ආර්ථිකයට ශක්තියක් දෙන්න තමයි අපි මේ ව්‍යාපෘතිය කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයෙන් ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
leadership and innovation. One platform brings them all together. Empowering leadership, inspiring excellence. Global CEO Magazine. Learn, lead, rise.
In 2019, Innovos began with just 3 dreamers in a small office. Today, over 180 innovators across 10 countries, powering 3 ventures. We're shaping a better tomorrow together. Ready to transform? Innovos plus you, your partner for progress. Let's build your future today.
There is no finish line, only a horizon that beckons me closer. This city is my canvas, and I am its boldest masterpiece. The world needs a different perspective, a fresh set of eyes. My path may be unconventional, but it's uniquely mine. The norm is for those who settle. I strive for more. I strive for reinvention. I break free from the mold, shatter the glass ceiling, and reinvent my perspective. I am Crocodile.
It could be a romantic date or a family getaway. Shopping sprees or satisfying your late night cravings. It could even be creating a moment to cherish. What is heartfelt to everyone may be different, but we know that every moment is essential. Ceylon Cards, the essential card for your heartfelt essentials.
Hi locals and lookies of all these corporates. Now we have a small message. Don't be a kuna. If you're a boss, don't be a kuna like this kuna. Buy some nice vouchers from Thiago, okay?
I was actually told by Nishi that Thiago has some amazing vouchers for corporates and one voucher, a lot of choices. So I think it's wonderful. Check it out.
Yes, it's like me, you know. One Nishi, lots of choices.
Don't choose her.
Yeah.
Choose Thiago.
Choose Thiago.
Thiaga, Sri Lanka's ultimate gift voucher. IM6 by Evolution Auto.
True leadership requires global vision, and the conversation is just beginning. Prepare yourself for the ultimate gathering of minds. The Global CEO Forum sets the agenda. Mark your calendars for October 2026. The future of global business awaits.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it would be fitting that we take a moment to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to our valued sponsors and partners whose generous support has made this prestigious event possible.
That is right, Oshada. We are so thrilled to have our sponsors and partners on board, and their commitment to empowering and recognizing the emerging leaders of Sri Lanka is definitely a testament to their strong belief in leadership excellence, innovation, and the future of this country.
Indeed, Nadi, the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards, it's more than a celebration of achievement. It's an investment into the next generation of leaders who will shape Sri Lanka's economic future.
Therefore, ladies ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Global CEO Forum and Global CEO Magazine, we would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all the sponsors and partners for their trust and support. And before we proceed, shall we please give them a big round of applause, because none of this would be possible if it weren't for their support.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think it would be fitting to once again remind you on our sponsors, because without them, as Nadi mentioned, none of this would have been possible. The official mobility partner of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards, Evolution Auto, Sri Lanka's largest luxury EV portfolio. Lifestyle partner, Asagla Group, stable income for a secure future. Knowledge partners, IDM, the nation's campus. Times Campus, innovation in learning. Digital transformation partner, Inivos Consulting Private Limited, driving business growth with IFS Solutions. Clothing partner, Crocodile Sri Lanka, where elegance meets confidence. Banking partner, Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart. Reward and gifting partner, Thiaga, Sri Lanka's largest multi-store gift voucher platform. Insurance partner, Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, Sri Lanka's #1 general insurer. Official snack partner, Maliban Biscuit Manufacturers Private Limited, inspiring goodness. Electronic media partner, Siatha TV, the largest media network in Sri Lanka. Print media partner, Vijaya Newspaper, helping shape opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our valuable sponsors who made this 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards a successful event. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they deserve another big round of applause for their wonderful support to making sure that everything goes smoothly, and at the same time that this event is a resounding success.
Yes, indeed, Oshada. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we have the pleasure of listening to yet another distinguished individual who has graced this occasion with his presence. Mr. G. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is now our absolute honor to invite him on stage. Therefore, with your applause, let's welcome Mr. G. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Minister.
Minister of Environment, Secretaries of the Ministries, Heads of Diplomatic Missions, Chairman, CEO Magazine and Global CEO Forum, Dr. Andras Vivadana, distinguished guests, corporate leaders, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It's a privilege and pleasure to join you this evening at the second edition of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026, a platform that celebrates a new generation of Sri Lankan business leadership. At a time when Sri Lanka is navigating economic transformation and rebuilding the nation, the importance of responsible and forward-looking corporate leadership has never been greater. Strong nations are not built by policies or infrastructure alone. They are built by people with vision, integrity, resilience, and the courage to create lasting value. I believe that spirit is clearly reflected in the young leaders we recognize this evening. Tonight, we celebrate a remarkable generation of young business leaders who are not merely building successful enterprises, but also shaping the future of our economy. Their journey reflects the discipline and commitment that effective leadership demands, combined with youth's optimism that drives innovation, ambition, and progress. There is nothing accidental about a strong corporate culture. It's the outcome of deliberate choices made by capable and principled minds that value professionalism, innovation, discipline, and responsibility. Organizations built on these leadership foundations to do more than succeed. They create employment, encourage innovation, attract investment, strengthen competitiveness, and contribute meaningfully to national development. Sri Lanka needs more of this kind of leadership today. At this stage of our development trajectory, we need leaders who are prepared to think long-term, act responsibly, and contribute to the broader advancement of our society. In that context, the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards stand out as an influential forum that reinforces this form of leadership. Recognition matters. Encouragement matters when accomplishment, innovation, and integrity are honored. It inspires others to strive for excellence with purpose and responsibility. To all the award winners this evening, I extend my sincere congratulations. Your achievements reflect dedication, perseverance, and the courage to pursue excellence in challenging times. May you continue to grow as leaders who combine ambition with wisdom, humility, and a strong sense of responsibility to society and to our nation. Let me also commend the Global CEO magazine, Global CEO Forum, and the organizing committee under the leadership of its chairman, Mr. Dr. Andrew Siriwadana, for their collective efforts in creating this valuable platform to recognize and support emerging business leadership in Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of this nation will depend greatly on the quality of the leaders it produces. The decisions we make today within our organizations and across society will determine the country we pass on to our next generation. Let's continue to work together to build a corporate culture grounded in excellence, integrity, innovation, and national responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. G. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, for sharing those valuable perspectives with us and for highlighting the importance of such a prestigious awards platform to encourage and empower the young, the emerging business leaders of Sri Lanka. So once again, thank you very much, sir. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to continue with the presentation of the awards to celebrate the emerging young leaders. And before we announce the winners, we would like to invite the presentation party on stage.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, let me invite the presentation party for this segment 3 of the award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with the Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, Minister of Environment of Sri Lanka, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Professor Harindra Disabandara, Chairman of Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Anil Jasingha, Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, His Excellency Major General Nayar Nazir, the High Commissioner of Pakistan, Mr. Vijay Kumar Raut, Chargé d'Affaires of Embassy of Nepal, Mr. Rajiv Amarasuriya, President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. Premalal Brahmanage, Group Chairman of Prime Group, Mr. Manohara Abdukorla, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Toyota Lanka Private Limited, Mr. Masaki Kabata, the chairman of Toyota Lanka Private Limited. Mr. Naotaka Takeda, the head of department and project manager at Toyota Lanka Private Limited. Mr. Ravi Javardhana, Group Chief of Executive Officer of Baliban Biscuits Manufacturers Private Limited. Ms. Sangita Veeraratna, film actress, Sietha TV. Professor Tissa Ravinda Pereira, Director, Career Guidance Unit, University of Colombo. Dr. Surani Dias, President of Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Dr. Nirmali De Silva, Vice President, Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Admiral Tissara Samarasinghe, former Commander, Sri Lanka Navy, the former High Commissioner of Australia, and the current Senior Consultant of Sinek Campus. And, of course, I would like to invite on stage Dr. Anwar Sirivardhana, the Chairman of the Global CEO Forum.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give our presentation party a big round of applause as they join us up? Presenting the very first award in this segment. Congratulations to Mr. Asith Eranga Pires, CEO, Kasagala Group of Companies. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause as we welcome on stage Mr. Asith Eranga Pires, CEO, Kasagala Group of Companies.
Mr. Asitha Eranga Pires, the Chief Executive Officer of Kasagala Group of Companies. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. Mevan Pires, Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Global Marine Group.
Congratulations to Mr. Roshan Pereira.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roshan Pereira, the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of Haley Solar. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Dr. Niroshan J. Pires, Director, Cluster Chief Executive Officer at Love Gas PLC. And on behalf of Dr. Pires, Mr. Ravi Lankage, Head of Marketing at Love Gas PLC, will collect the award.
Congratulations goes to Dr. Niroshan J. Pires, and the next award goes to Mr. Satish Ramachandran, Chief Executive Officer at Pest Terminators Private Limited, Maldives, and Pest Terminators Ceylon Private Limited. Mr. Satish Ramachandran, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Satish Ramachandran, Chief Executive Officer of Pest Terminators Private Limited, Maldives, and Pest Terminators Ceylon Private Limited. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. R.M. Dumidu S.B. Ranavira, Chief Executive Officer of Lean Six Sigma Asia LLC.
Once more, and next we are delighted to welcome on stage to receive his award Mr. Shabir Mohammed Subian, Chief Executive Officer and Director at Fashion Bag Private Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shabir Mohammed Subain, the Chief Executive Officer and Director of Fashion Bag Private Limited. And the next recipient of the award, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Ravindu Tilakawardhana, Chief Executive Officer of Tilakawardhana Group of Companies.
Praveen Veera Surya, the Group Chief Executive Officer at Hotel Ceylon Private Limited. And moving on to the next awardee, we'd like to invite on stage Mr. Lakshita Praveen Veera Surya, Group Chief Executive Officer at Hotel Ceylon Private Limited and Anods Cocoa. And on behalf of him, we'd like to invite Deshamanya Lakshman Veerasurya, Chairman at Hotel Ceylon Private Limited, to accept the award.
And ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. Mithila Wagapitia, the Executive Group Vice Chairman of Loves Holdings Limited.
segment of awards, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to say a big thank you to our presentation party on stage. We would like to request all of you to please take your seats in the audience. Thank you very much for joining us on stage. And that concludes this segment of awards, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we give all the awardees recognized on this stage so far another big round of applause? Congratulations to each and every one of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to celebrate Sri Lanka's finest young leaders, we are now going to take a short pause, a short break from the awards. And now we are delighted to present to you another specially curated entertainment performance. Therefore, please welcome on stage once again the Mahesh Denipitiya Ensemble with another incredible artist here in Sri Lanka. Please welcome on stage Devashri and Tushari Jayawardena on violin and Sadhun Dharmavansha on sax. Can we please give them a big round of applause as we welcome them once more on stage to enthrall us all.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Maestro Mahesh Denipitiya and the ensemble will be on the stage soon, joining me. But for now, I'm starting off the evening, and together with the ensemble, we'll be accompanying you tonight in this beautiful night. And congratulations to all of you.
The night sky, the city wings, a sleepless night. Hear her voice shake my window, sweet seducing sighs. Why out into the night time? These walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, that he lives this way. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, does it do it that way? Reaching out to touch a stranger, electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, I know she's watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, and he lives this way. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, and that it lives this way. I like living this way. I love living this way. The morning, the city's heart begins to beat. Reaching out, I touch my shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, and that he lives this way. If they say why, tell him that it's human nature. Why, and that he do it this way. If they say why, tell him that it's human nature. Why, and that he do it this way. If they say why, tell him that it's human that I do it this way. Oh, why? Tell him why, and that I do it this way. Oh, tell him that it's human nature. Why, that I do it this way. I like living this way. Thank you so much.
What a fantastic performance, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we give it up once more for the incredible Devashri? Thank you very much.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to move into the segment 4 of this awarding ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. The 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. Now, before we announce the winners, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce and invite the presentation party for this segment 4.
It is an absolute honor to invite back on stage Minister of Environment, Sri Lanka, Honorable Dr. Dhammika Patabendi, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Dr. Anil Jayasinghe, Secretary, Ministry of Health and Mass Media, Mr. Aruna Bandara, Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, High Commissioner of Pakistan, His Excellency Major General Nayar Nazir, Mr. Ali Sharif, Councillor to the Maldives High Commission, Professor Chaminda Ratnayaka, Deputy Vice Chancellor, NSBM Green University, Ms. Sholpon Mambetova, Country Operations Head of ADB, Mr. Victor Anthony Pillay, Principal Country Officer, International Finance Corporation, Mr. Anurav Varnakulasuriya, President, National Chamber of Commerce, Sri Lanka, Mr. Asela Idavela, President, Institute of Environmental Professionals, Mr. G.L. Tilakaratna, Chairman, XT Private Limited, Mr. Marshad Bari, Sri Lanka Malaysia Business Council, Mr. Priyantha Ranasinghe, President, Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, Sri Lanka, Mr. Shani Fernando, past Chairman of the Board, International Chamber of Commerce, Sri Lanka, Ms. Gaini Dialwis, Chairperson, Women's Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Sri Lanka, Dr. Madhu Fernando, Founder, Innova Strategies, and Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, Chairman of Global CEO Forum. We'd like to invite these dignitaries to please join us on stage to do the honor of presenting the awards.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to present the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025 in our segment 4. So starting off, ladies and gentlemen, our first recipient of this segment, Mr. Dimuthu Buddhika Abegunaratna, Vice President Operations and Systems at Boatpack Private Limited.
Vice President Operations and Systems at Boatpack Private Limited, on being recognized here at the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And the next awardee for this evening is Miss Malina On, Board Member and Director Operations at Meridian Maritime Services Limited. Congratulations to Miss Malina On. Let's keep the applause flowing, ladies and gentlemen, because we are here recognizing exceptional leaders, young leaders here in Sri Lanka who will take the reins in the future as well. So once again, congratulations to Miss Malina On.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, our next winner is Mr. Rajita Shirendra Cook, Director Operations and Business Development at Suren Cook Agencies Private Limited.
Once again, congratulations to Mr. Rajita Shirendra Cook. And our next awardee for this evening, Mr. Jinendra Chatura Kehelpanala, Chief Operating Officer and Principal Officer at Delmage Insurance Brokers Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to Mr. Jinendra Chatura Kehelpanala. Remarkable young leaders recognized on this incredible stage. And next, we move on to Mr. Rumesh Modarage, Chief Operating Officer at Union Assurance PLC. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Rumesh Modarage, ladies and gentlemen. The next awardee here at 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. Vinod Kumar Murugan, Senior Vice President Operations at Sundaram Lanka Tyres Limited and Sun Industrial Tyres Limited.
Congratulations to Mr. Vinod Kumar Murugan. And next we invite Mr. Taranga Nanayakara, General Manager, Divisional Lean Enterprise, MAS Capital Private Limited at MAS Krida. Congratulations to Mr. Taranga Nanayakara.
Right, so the next award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Mr. Nishta Abdul Majid Salman, Chief Operating Officer, Marketing and Supply Chain at TJ Lanka PLC.
congratulations, Mr. Nishta Abdul Majid Salman, Chief Operating Officer at TJ Lanka PLC. And our next awardee this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Nirosh Sachindra Samararatna, Associate Chief Digital Economy Officer at ICT Agency of Sri Lanka. Can we please hear a big round of applause to Mr. Nirosh Sachindra Samararatna.
Our last recipient under this category 4, ladies and gentlemen, or rather the segment 4, is Mr. Princely Tirantha Veerakorn, General Manager Operations at TJ Lanka PLC.
Segment. We would like to say a big thank you to our presentation party, and we'd like to invite all of you to please take your seats in the audience. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we give our presentation party a big round of applause? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on stage. So we've had 3 incredible award segments so far, and we have just concluded one more. Now, before we proceed, it is time for us to recognize our sponsors and partners once again.
Expect by Evolution Auto.
කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයේ විසින් පටන්ගත් ආනයන අපනයන කටයුතු මේ වෙනකොට ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන් අපි කියන්නට ඕනේ කසාගල ග්‍රීන් සුපර් ආයතනය හරහා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මේ රටේ ග්‍රාමීය ජනතාවට ඉතාමත් අඩු මිලට අවශ්‍ය පාරිභෝගික භාණ්ඩ ලබා දී. ඉතින් ඒ අනුව අපි තීරණය කළා අත්‍යවශ්‍ය භාණ්ඩ සියල්ල පිටරටින් ආනයනය කළා පහසු මිලකට ලබා දෙන්න. ඉතින් ඒ සඳහා දැන් සියලු වැඩ කටයුතු සූදානම් කරලා තියෙනවා.
CEO Magazine. Global CEO Magazine, inspiring excellence. Global CEO Magazine, inspiring excellence.
We all have a world that we call our own. Be it a student or a professional, a three-wheeler or a modern vehicle, a delicate infant or a strong adult, lush plantations or massive conglomerates, trailblazing youth of the digital era or the ones enjoying their freedom, a loving home or empowering national development. We have protected every word in this nation for over 6 decades, with a promise of protection for years to come. We are the nation's protector.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
Tonight, we celebrate greatness, but the pursuit of excellence never stops. Get ready for the next chapter, the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2026, returning in May 2027. Who will be the next rising titan?
Your love made us number one. Your trust made us a super brand. Thank you for making Malibu Sri Lanka's only biscuits super brand.
Welcome back to Global CEO Business News.
Power moves, bold ideas, game-changing insights, brings you the stories shaping industries and the leaders driving the future. Stay informed, stay inspired every week right here. Subscribe now, Global CEO TV.
There's never a dull moment on Sundays for families who spend time with the Sunday Times, Sri Lanka's favorite English family weekly. With unbiased news, expert financial reviews, top-flight career openings, and informative entertaining features for all ages. Reserve your Sundays for the Sunday Times.
Global CEO Institute, building leaders for ethical, resilient, and competitive economies.
If you value lifestyle, look for the extraordinary. If you seek for business, look for insightful. If you seek for politics, look for anticipation. If you love sports, look for the passion. Daily FT, be empowered.
After getting a closer look at some of our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we would like to give them a big shout out. Our mobility partner, Evolution Auto, Sri Lanka's largest luxury EV portfolio. Lifestyle partner, Kasagala Group, stable income for a secure future. Our knowledge partners, IDM, the nation's campus, Times Campus, innovation in learning. Digital transformation partner, Inivos Consulting Private Limited, driving business growth with IFS Solutions. Our clothing partner, Crocodile Sri Lanka, where elegance meets confidence. Banking partner, Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart. Reward and gifting partner, Thiaga, Sri Lanka's largest multi-store gift voucher platform. Our insurance partner, Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, Sri Lanka's #1 general insurer. Official snack partner, Maliban Biscuit Manufactories Private Limited, inspiring goodness. electronic media partner Sietha TV, the largest media network in Sri Lanka, and our print media partner Vijay Newspapers, helping shape opinions. These are our incredible sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. So we'd like to say a big thank you to them once again.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we move ahead with our next segment of awards, it's time to listen to some insights of another special personality who has joined with us for this wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to welcome on stage Professor Harindra Disa Bandara, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, to address this esteemed gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause as we welcome him on stage to address the gathering.
Hi everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister Dr. Dhammika Pattabandi, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Dr. Anil Jasingha, High Commissioners, Ambassadors, Dr. Anura Sirivadana, key business leaders, corporate leaders, young achievers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor to be among such an inspiring gathering of young business leaders, distinguished guests, and corporate professionals at this prestigious celebration of leadership excellence. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the award winners being recognized this evening. Your achievements reflect your determination, innovation, resilience, and courage to lead during very challenging periods. Sri Lanka needs young leaders like you. Leaders who are prepared not only to build successful business, but also to build responsible and sustainable enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you all are aware at the moment Sri Lanka is just experiencing just below 5% economic growth. And that is not the destination we want. In order to develop this country forward, at least expert calculation, I personally believe that we must reach a growth level of 7 to 9% growth. So I think this is the challenge we have. The governments can facilitate this, but we should understand that this journey of filling the gaps in the economy is rest with the hands of challenging leaders. Today, what we want is not just leaders. And if you look at Sri Lanka, even though we are coming out of a crisis, we are in a different platform now. Slowly but steadily, we are reaching a different level. If you look at the capital market of Sri Lanka, in the economy, we can see there are several sustainable debenture issues, bond issues. Now, when you look at these things, it's very clear that Sri Lankan business people are looking at green environment, blue economy, and they are looking at the social responsibility with GSS plus bonds. So ladies and gentlemen, now the landscape is very different. With this, the leaders not just achieving something as corporate growth is not enough. So today, the world of business is changing rapidly. It is very, very dynamic, very turbulent, I must say. So companies are no longer measured solely by profits and market share. So they are increasingly judged by their integrity, governance, social responsibility, and long-term impact on the society. So ladies and gentlemen, in this environment, ethics and discipline have become more important than ever. So ethics is the foundation of trust, as we all know. Every business depends on trust, the trust of investors, trust of customers, employees, regulators, and the public. So once trust is lost, that's the end of story. So rebuilding it becomes extremely difficult, and I must say, no way. Therefore, ethical leaders or the ethical leadership is not merely a corporate requirement, it's a leadership responsibility. It's a leadership responsibility rather than just a fashion. So true ethics means doing the right things even when there is pressure to compromise. When you look at the corporate events happening over there these days, it's very clear we have to think beyond profits. So it means being transparent, accountability, fair, and responsible in every decision making in our corporates. So some leaders I have experienced, they think that legal compliance is enough. But legal compliance means just minimum ethics. So in a developed society like we are experienced, we have to go beyond legal requirements, legal compliance. So we need to be more ethical than maintaining the minimum ethics. So ladies and gentlemen, at the time the currently we are experiencing, discipline is what transforms ambition into sustainable success. So sustainable businesses are not built overnight. So they are built through consistency, careful planning, financial discipline, respect for governance, and the ability to think in the long term rather than just focusing on short-term gains. So as we strongly believe that ethical conduct and disciplined business practices are essential for strengthening investor confidence, protecting shareholders and the stakeholders, and building a resilient economy. So ladies and gentlemen, the future of Sri Lanka's business sector will depend greatly on the values upheld by the next generation of leaders. Now, not only the current generations, I think we need to think beyond the existing generations, I think beyond the alpha, generation alpha and generation beta as well. So I encourage all of you gathered here tonight to become leaders who inspire confidence, not only through success, but also through integrity, professionalism, and responsible leadership. So I also wish to commend our friend Dr. Sirivardhana and the team for organizing this kind of national initiative to recognize and encourage Sri Lanka's emerging business leaders. This is not a commercial advertisement, but I represent the Sri Lankan capital market. So we are regulators, at the same time we are helping and facilitating the business. So I can see more than 45 under 45. So therefore, I take this opportunity for all these business leaders, come to the capital market of Sri Lanka and grow bigger and bigger. So that is one of my requests. And at the same time, you will be more transparent, you will be ethical, and you will be responsible not only for profits, but also for the nation. So congratulations once again to all winners. I wish you continued success and wish them in your leadership journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Harindra Disabandara, Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, for that insightful address highlighting what is needed of the current business leaders in Sri Lanka and for highlighting the current context here in Sri Lanka. So thank you very much, sir. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to continue honoring the most outstanding business leaders here in Sri Lanka. We are ready to move ahead with the next distinguished set of awards. And now we'd like to invite the presentation party on stage.
Yes, now ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to invite the presentation party for the segment 5 of this evening. We'll be starting off with the Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, the Minister of Environment, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Mr. AHMU Aruna Bandara, Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Mr. Chandima Pathiraja, Controller General, Immigration and Immigration, Ms. Mavash Sami, the Trade and Investment Attaché to the High Commission of Pakistan, Mr. Mangala Vijay Singh, Chairman, CEO, Export Development Board, Mr. Neomal De Silva, Acting Director, British Council, Mr. Shamil Jawad, the Trade and Investment Director, Australian High Commission, Mr. Indra Kaushal Rajapaksha, President, the National Chamber of Exports, Mr. MHKM Hamiz, President, Sri Lanka Canada Business Council, Dr. Chamara Bandara, President of the Association of Accounting Technicians of Sri Lanka, Mr. Shanta Katapayarachi, Past President, PIM Alumni Association, Mr. Johnny Fernando, Chairman, International Chamber of Commerce, Sri Lanka, Mr. Sujiva Rajapaksha, Managing Partner, BDO Partner, Ms. Anali Disanaika, Country Head, Sri Lanka and Maldives, the Chartered Institute of Marketing, Mr. Sirimevan Serimiratna, Chief Marketing Officer, Pan Asia Banking Corporation, Mr. Mihira Vikramarachi, Chairman of Vikramarachi Opticals. And also would like to invite Mr. Premalal Brahmanage, the Chairman of Prime Lands, and Mr. Bella Bandari, the CEO of Vital Probe. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite on stage Dr. Aruna Sirivardhana, the Chairman of the Global CEO Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause as we welcome the presentation party for the segment 5.
By inviting the first awardee. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ms. Kaushala Amarasekara, Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at DFCC Bank.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kaushala Amarasekara, Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer at DFCC Bank. And the next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, of this 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025 is Mr. Sasit Bamradenia, Chief Marketing Officer, AIA Sri Lanka.
Congratulations once again to Mr. Sasit Bambaradenia, Chief Marketing Officer at AIA Sri Lanka. And we'd like to invite the next awardee to please join us on stage, Mr. Harshana Fonseca, General Manager Marketing and Egypt Operations, DJ Lanka PLC.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next recipient of this award this evening. It's Miss Manuri Jayasinghe, the Head of Marketing Communications at Haley's Leisure PLC.
Congratulations to Miss Manuri Jayasinghe, once again, Head of Marketing Communications at Haley's Leisure PLC. Next, we invite on stage our next awardee, Miss Gaini Pereira, General Manager Marketing, Siam City Cement Lanka Limited. Congratulations to Miss Gaini Pereira.
Congratulations once again to Ms. Gaini Pereira, General Manager Marketing at Siam City Cement Lanka Limited. And the next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Danushka Tamali Silva, General Manager Marketing at Ceylon Biscuits Limited.
Congratulations to Ms. Danushka Tamali Silva. And next we move on to Mr. Dilip Veeraman, Deputy General Manager, Sales and Marketing at King's Hospital, Colombo.
And ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient is Mr. Milinda Veerasinghe, Group Head of Marketing at Malibon Biscuits Manufacturers Group.
Congratulations to Mr. Milinda Veerasinghe, Group Head of Marketing, Malibon Biscuits Manufacturers Group. And we invite next Mr. A.P. Deeptha Sanjeeva, Assistant General Manager HR and Administration at Alpha Apparels Limited. Our next awardee this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Mr. A.P. Deeptha Sanjeeva.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, our final recipient of the award under this segment. It's Mr. Sampath Virakon, Group Chief Human Resource Officer, Operations at Omega Line Group, Sri Lanka.
Segment. With that, we would like to say a big thank you to our presentation party. You may please take your seats in the audience. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please take your seats in the audience. After many recognitions made on stage, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our fifth segment of award presentations. And now, we would like to take a short pause from all the felicitations this evening. We have another spectacular performance prepared for you that will definitely add even more color to this incredible evening. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage once again. Welcome on stage once again, Mahesh Denipitiya Ensemble with Tushari Jayawardena on violin and Sandhun Dharmavansha on sax.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible display of artistry there from our band. So thank you once again for that wonderful display, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so now we'll be moving ahead with our final presentation of awards, ladies and gentlemen. The final segment. This is segment number 6 of the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. Now, before we move ahead with the presentation of awards, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to recognize and invite our presentation party onto the stage.
We are delighted to welcome on stage once again Honorable Dr. Dhammika Patabandi, Minister of Environment, Sri Lanka, Mr. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Mr. Sanjeeva Pereira, Chairman, Maldives Sri Lanka Business Council, Mr. Saumitra Gupta, CEO, Hutchison Telecommunications Lanka Private Limited, Mr. Dilshan Arsakularatna, Director of CPM, CEO, the Institute of Chartered Professional Managers of Sri Lanka, Mr. Tishanga Kumarasinghe, CEO, Association of Accounting Technicians of Sri Lanka, Mr. Tishan Subasinghe, Chairman, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, Dr. Sajeeva Narangoda, CEO, Ambion, Mr. Asanga Marasinghe, Inivos Consulting Private Limited, Ms. Ayomi Gunawardena, Chief Operating Officer, Inivos Consulting Private Limited, Mr. Mohammed Ramzi, Crocodile, Mr. Sachin Vikramasinghe from Tyaga, Ms. Chamila Priyangani, Bursa, University of Sri Jayawardenepura, Dr. Eranga Jayasekara, Director, Career Guidance Unit, Senior Lecturer, Department of Science for Technology, Faculty of Technology, University of Sri Jayawardenepura, Mr. Roshanta Karya Perumat, Chairman, Voice of Asia Network, Mr. Asela Idavela, President, Environmental Professionals Institute, Dr. Harsha N. De Silva, Chairman, Navara Capital, and Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, Chairman, Global CEO Forum. I'd like to invite these dignitaries to please join us on stage to do the honor of presenting the final segment of awards here at 45 and 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to present the awards for our segment 6, that is 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. Our first recipient of the award under this segment, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Siddiq Ahmed Ali Akbar, Vice President, Retail Banking and Marketing at Amana Bank.
Congratulations to you, sir. And up next, we invite on stage Miss Maurice Shainika Hevage, Chief Manager and Head of Private Banking, Sampath Bank PLC. Congratulations to Miss Maurice Shainika Hevage. Let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The next award here at 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Award 2025. Right, so the next award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to
Miss Mahesha Amarasuriya, Director, MasterCard Asia Pacific Private Limited.
Congratulations to Miss Mahesha Amarasuriya, Director, MasterCard Asia Pacific Private Limited. Moving on to our next awardee, Miss Dilusha Gamage, Atrium Business Development Ambient Security Private Limited. A heartfelt congratulations to Miss Dilusha Gamake, Assistant General Manager, Business Development, Ambion Securities Private Limited.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award, the 45 Under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. The award goes to Miss Sashi Jaikodi, Finance Director of Haley's Aventura Private Limited.
Once again, congratulations to Miss Sashi Jaikodi. And next we move on to our next awardee, Professor Dr. Devasiri N. Jayanta, Director and Chief Executive Officer at PMF Finance PLC, Professor in Finance, Sabaragamu University of Sri Lanka. Congratulations to Professor Dr. Devasiri N. Jayanta.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. Isuru Viraj Kumarge, Chief Risk and Data Protection Officer at Fintrex Finance PLC. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Mr. Isuru Viraj Kumarge, Chief Risk and Data Protection Officer at Fintrex Finance PLC.
Mr. Rajendra Vikramaratne.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of the award is Mr. Kalinda Madhushankar Dasanayaka, the General Manager, Quality and Technology Technology and Siam City Cements Lanka Private Limited. Now on behalf of Mr. Dasanayaka, his mother, Mrs. Renuka Ratnasiri, will collect the trophy.
Congratulations to Mr. Kalinda Madhushanka Dasanayaka, and next we invite Dr. Thivanka Sandharwan D. Fonseca, Chief Sustainability Officer at Charles Kumar and Sons Inc. USA. Congratulations to Dr. Thivanka Sandharwan D. Fonseca.
Right, so moving on, ladies and gentlemen, next up, the award goes to Mr. Mendaka Hetidantri, Deputy General Manager, Head of Engineering and Sustainability at TJ Group.
Congratulations to Mr. Mendaka Hetidantri. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the final award for this segment, that is for this evening. Last but definitely not the least, please welcome Mr. Chatura Ayanta Varnakulasuriya, Chief Information Officer, Global Rubber Industries Private Limited. Let's all give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Mr. Chatura Ayanta Varnakulasuriya. Once again, congratulations to Mr. Chatura Ayanta Varnakulasuriya. With that, we are concluding our award presentations, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to say a big thank you to our presentation party on stage. And now we would like to invite all of you to please take your seat in the audience. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the award presentations for 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And what an extraordinary evening it has been, celebrating the leadership, the vision, the impact made by the young leaders of Sri Lanka. So to all the award recipients, to all the award winners this evening, congratulations. You are the leaders of the future, continuing to shape the industries, inspiring communities, and transforming the future of Sri Lanka. Oshada, I think before we proceed, we definitely must give each and every one of them a massive round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the winners of 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Award winners.
What if luxury isn't just about extravagance? What if it's about freedom, boundless possibilities, and breaking away from the ordinary? What if luxury could be something entirely new?
Avatar by Evolution Auto.
අද ලෝකයේ නිෂ්පාදනය කරන වඩා මිලාදික එනර්ජි ටැබ්ලට් එක නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්නට මේ මුරුංගා පවුඩර් එක අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. බ්ලැක් පෙපර් වලට ලෝකයේ විශාල ඉල්ලුමක් තියෙනවා විශේෂයෙන්ම යුරෝපා රටවල. අපි මේ ගම්බිරිස් ව්‍යාපෘතිය විශාල වශයෙන් ව්‍යාප්ත කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මීට අමතරව අපි බෙල් පෙපර් වගාව, නයිමිරිස් වගාව, කුරුඳු මේ වගේ සුළු අපනයන භෝග අපි විශාල වශයෙන් වගා කළා. මේ රටේ ජාතික ආර්ථිකයට ශක්තියක් දෙන්න තමයි අපි මේ ව්‍යාපෘතිය කසාගල සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයෙන් ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
Be a romantic date or a family getaway. Shopping sprees or satisfying your late night cravings. It could even be creating a moment to cherish. What is heartfelt to everyone may be different, but we know that every moment is essential. Ceylon Cards, the essential card for your heartfelt essentials.
Those were our valued sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, and why we say a big thank you to them once again. Now, we would like to take a moment to recognize our distinguished panel of judges because their time, their expertise, their support and dedication have been instrumental in ensuring the fairness, the credibility, the integrity of this awards platform. Therefore, to show our gratitude to our distinguished panel of judges, we would like to present them with tokens of appreciation.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, to do the honors of presenting the tokens of appreciation for our esteemed panel of judges, I would like to invite on stage Honorable Dr. Dhammika Pattabadi, the Minister of Environment, Mr. G. Pradeep Saputantri, Secretary to the Prime Minister, Professor Harindra Disa Bandara, the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, and Dr. Anura Sirivardhana, the Chairman of Global CEO Forum, onto the stage.
Now, we'd like to invite the esteemed members of our panel of judges to please join us on stage as their names are read out. Chairman of the panel of judges, Dr. Sangha Ranasinghe, Director, Postgraduate Institute of Management. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please welcome him with a big round of applause. We also like to invite Professor Atula Nyanapala, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragamuwa University of Sri Lanka. Professor Tissa Ravinda Pereira, Department of Management and Organization Studies, Faculty of Management and Finance, University of Colombo. Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka, Senior Lecturer, Postgraduate Institute of Management. Mr. Ken Vijay Kumar, Immediate Past President, CIPM. Dr. Surani Shamali Dias, President, Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Dr. Nirmali De Silva, Vice President, Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Ms. Gaini Dialves, Chairperson, Women's Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Sri Lanka. Dr. Madhu Fernando, Chief Executive Officer, Innova Strategies. Ms. Oneli Disanaika, former country head, Sri Lanka and Maldives, the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Mr. Sirimevan Seneniratna, Chief Marketing Officer, Pan Asia Banking Corporation, PLC. Ms. Chamila Priyangani, Bursa University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, and Dr. Iranga Jayasekara, Director, Career Guidance Unit, Senior Lecturer, Department of Science for Technology, Faculty of Technology, University of Sri Lanka.
and gentlemen, the esteemed panel of judges who made the choice, who made and selected and the specially curated list of the top business leaders in Sri Lanka, the 45 under 45 Business Excellence Awards, Platinum Awards 2025, ladies and gentlemen. They're being recognized for their commitment, for the hard work that they've endured months to come up with a specially curated list for this award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. And it is fitting that we recognize their hard work with these special tokens of appreciations. Ladies and gentlemen, the esteemed panel of judges made a wonderful job in selecting these emerging leaders, business leaders in Sri Lanka. Right, so thank you, gentlemen, for joining with the presentation of tokens of appreciation for our esteemed panel of judges. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, we would like to officially conclude the proceedings of the 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. So we would like to make this an opportunity to thank each and every one of you who turned up this evening, and at the same time, congratulations to all the winners who will walk out these premises with a prestigious 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Award 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to thank once again each and every one of you, all the winners, the nominees, the partners, the sponsors, and all the distinguished guests who took part, who committed their time and effort to be here with us. Thank you once again, and hope you'll enjoy this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, so Shradha, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are concluding the formalities of 45 under 45 Leadership Excellence Platinum Awards 2025. And as we do, we'd like to warmly invite all of you present here to please join us for dinner. Let's continue the celebrations, networking, and with entertainment. Now, to keep us entertained throughout the rest of the evening, we have the incredible Mahesh Denipitia Ensemble. Once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a pleasant evening.